What's up, yo? This is DJ Kandi, and I'm bringing you a session of DJ 101. In this session, I'm going to teach you how to do a basic loop. And we're going to talk about the difference between vinyl versus digital. What is a basic loop? Basically, a basic loop is when you want to play a certain piece of a song, a certain sample of the song, and repeat it on the other side of the turntable. So you would play on the right side that portion of the song that you want to play, depending on how many counts you want to do it, and then while you're playing that sound, you're cueing it up on the left side of the turntable, or whatever side of the turntable you're at, and you would cue it up to that same sound you want to sample, and then you would then transfer the fader over to the left side of the turntable to play that same sample. And then once it's playing on the left side, you would then repeat it, rewind and cue it up on the right side, and then start it right there at the same sound that you want to play. This is where you use the fader, moving it right to left to make sure you play each portion of the song. So you would take the right side of the turntable and drop it right where you have your marked record. And also this is where you would use your counting to make sure you're playing it as a looping sound. You're going to drop it right on that sound that you want to play. So you would play the right side, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you would turn it around. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's how you do a basic loop. And now I'm going to talk to you about the difference between vinyl versus digital. We are now living in an age of digital DJing, whereas many people use different kinds of DJ softwares, and they still use it in combination with a vinyl-like emulation, and it's plugged into a mixer where you then plug it into your laptop so it could read your MP3s through your laptop or whatever form, like iPod or whatever you choose to use, and it reads it through the mixer and into your copy of a vinyl that seems like a vinyl, which it very much is, but it is a big difference from a regular vinyl record, whereas a vinyl record has a different sense of quality and different feel of it. A vinyl record, you can get a certain hiss and a certain sound, like a crispy sound that you don't find in a regular digital sound that you can get. The thing about vinyl is that it's also a collecting type of history and culture within itself, where you really learn the appreciation of collecting records that you simply don't find the way you do now, and the atmosphere that it creates in building community of DJs that do collect records. I find that when I look for records, I have a certain way to look through the crate really quickly. I just go through it, and then when I find something interesting, I'll definitely pick it up. And sometimes different records you don't realize could be that one sound you're looking for, especially if you were a producer and you really were looking for a certain sample or a certain sound. As a scratch DJ, we're always looking, when you're trying to come up with really innovative words or scratch routines, you want to look for the record or that beat that nobody has found and then you want to play. There's definitely a different feel going through vinyl and looking through music that you don't get through looking through an MP3. With digital, you can easily find your MP3s and download it, whereas vinyl, you'd have to go out and search for the records that you want. And that alone in itself is also cultural history, depending on what you prefer. I do suggest learning the basic foundations of that historical legacy of learning to DJ with vinyl, as well as learning how to DJ on the digital. Because sometimes the digital, there's still problems, and you might end up needing vinyl anyway to learn how to spin or spin at a club if it doesn't work out with the technology of that evening that you're spinning. So that's a little bit of the difference between DJing with the digital and DJing with vinyl. I am DJ Kandi. Thank you for listening in. Now you go out there and be the best DJ on your block. Peace.